Guys, how are you? It's 48 minutes past midnight and today is on Tuesday. Apparently, I couldn't do any audio podcast yesterday on Monday because of 1 or 2, 3 things. Yeah, but here we are, guys. So today in the building, obviously tuko sisi wote. Malik, you don't want your voice to be heard?
I'm trying to adjust my glasses.
What glasses? Za maji ama za macho?
Za macho.
Oh.
No, nimeshazoea kushoot vlogs. Sometimes you want to look nice.
Oh, to look nice kwa audio. Anyway, sawa. So today, guys, we wanted to talk about men issues, and like often you find that men are taught to hide more vulnerable emotions such as hurt or sadness and instead express anger and lash out. Maybe it's the only way anyway they have learned to communicate when they are hurting. I think hiyo walifunzwa wakigrow, but even from time memorial things have been like that. So maybe you share with us why do men find it so difficult to share your problems? Why do you find it difficult to share your disappointments? Why do you hide your emotional pain? Just briefly, just tell us.
Says it hiding. A man is a lion, and a man should have the lion's heart. So when you dominate, when you are a man, you need to have that look that gives assurance. You know, when you cry, when you let out your emotions, you begin to make people around you have a second thought about you. So it's not easy being a man. You have to stomach everything that comes your way and find a way of dealing with the situation and finding solution for everything.
That's fine, but what about depression? Don't you think when you stuff all these things inside you, mwisho wezu ulipuka, you know? You undergo something, you're quiet about it. You have a problem in your marriage, you're quiet about it. You've just failed somewhere in your life, you hide about it. You are needy, or you're in need of something, you hide about it. Then depression kicks in.
By the way, unajua, we men, of course I know, it's not all of us who go to the bars and drink and stuff, but in whichever or whatever way, where the most or whatever we like doing, like, you know, there are men who like sports, they go watch soccer. There are men who like going to drink. In all these gatherings where we meet and do what we love doing, most of the time we find that we release stress. Like for me, most of the time I release stress by doing my creative works. If I'm stressed and then I get my laptop and do something creative, it makes me happy. It makes me express the energy in me and relieves me of the stress. So most of the time you find that somehow I'm relieved. Somehow the stress doesn't weigh a lot on me.
So you're just relieved, but you haven't solved the problem.
Yeah.
Like what you mean is like, or what we see happening in men, it's like you've stuffed in everything. So it's like when you're relieving it by doing something that itakufanya usahau, it's like kutoa hiyo shida mahali kwa chupa moja, maybe from a basket, then unaenda unaweka kwa chupa, unafunikia kwa chupa nyingine. So you find that you'll never solve anything. You never solve anything. Ni kusahaulisha tu. That problem never disappears.
It depends because not all men wanga wanasaulishanga vitu per se. Kwa sababu it depends, kwa sababu there are these men who are very lazy and who want things to work in a certain way, like ni kama yeye anataka akae mahali vitu zijifanye tu. But there are this kind of men who are very hardworking, so you find that lazima try to balance out life and lazima get solutions, and most of these men in their own way they always find solution because they have no one to look up to. Unajua most of the time unapatanga like ukikaa chini, and if you ask most men, even the ones who are going to listen to this podcast, watakuambia tu vizuri mi siwezi ambia wife your story hapana, hizi kama it's not that ati wife ati ni mjinga ama wife cannot give a solution, but most of the solutions women give they are based on their emotions,
and you want facts.
But for us we want facts. Tunataka kuangalia kama hii na hii inawaki hivi, so the end result itakuwa hivi. But si kitu ya unajua honey, unajua mimi I feel sasa utafeel saa yenye vitu zina go wrong, that's when unaanza kujipata ukishanga hii feeling doesn't work. Though sometimes the wives wanasaidiana
sana,
lakini somewhere kuna mahali tunatakanga kuweka reasoning fulani yenye inafunikia hadi kesho, si temporary reasoning yenye inafunikia hadi kesho, na that is what works. Yeah. Kwa sababu unajua the moment uko na responsibility ufai kufikiria one sided, kwa sababu you see, najua most of the time tunapatanga wanawake wanasemanga wanakuanga wando multitask, but even as men in our own way we also multitask. The only difference is wanawake wanafanyanga all the things at once, but sisi wanga tuna tackle one at a time but very many things. Kwa sababu tunaweza kuwa tuko hapa, for you are thinking about babe, tomorrow I'm going to make pancakes, I'm going to bake, tomorrow I'm going to do BCD blah blah blah, vitu za tu sahi. But mimi nikikaa hapo chini, well, you are thinking about baking and stuff, I'll also be thinking about years to come, like next year tutakuwa tunafanya ABCD next year, but I want my business to be at this point next year, but nataka kuwa nimeshanunua gari, nataka kuwa na shamba, I need to have this kind of money, I need to ABCD vitu za years to come, not about kesho lunch tutakula nini, or sijui dini soap imeisha. Unapata I don't have time to think about that. Naangalia level, like family yangu itakuwa wapi, my wife, my kids, school fees, stuff mob. You are thinking about that.
Okay. So basi, but I think basi in this case I think things will never change because like I said earlier when we were starting this podcast, it's just the way men were taught tangu wakwe wadogo, wakikuwa our forefathers, our parents, and you guys now. And hopefully, though I'm not hoping that pia mkizaa mkifanikiwa na watoto wanaume, that's the same way you're going to teach them, such that you'll never see a man cry ata aki lose the closest person in their lives. You'll never see them shed a tear. They'd rather hide in the closet. Wakishamaliza kulia, that's when they'll come out and tell you that everything is okay.
But unajua sisi men tunajuanga tears are signs of weakling.
Yeah, that's the perception.
Sasa huyo ni cry baby. Yani mwanaume you can't solve your shit, you start crying, inafanya unakaa ni kama wewe ni weak. But sisi tunataka mtu ana roho ya simba, unakaa
roho ya simba lakini unaumia, kesho ndio tunasikia huku mmejinyonga. By the most percentage kubwa ni ya wanaume because of depression. They are hurting inside and they cannot talk because society, kuna ile kitu kama society inajua vizuri mwanaume ni kuvumilia. Cheza kama wewe, cheza kama kimwanaume.
But at the same time, what I'd say is the reason why mwanaume anahitaji mwanamke ni kwa sababu ya hiyo mwanamke huangana compliment mwanaume. So if kwa siku nimeenda nimework hard, nimekuwa nikifikiria and all that, nimekuja kaa nimechoka, the only thing I expect is for you to give me peace na kutafuta anything yenye inaniletea peace and relaxation. But sasa if nikitoka nje na stress zangu and all that, nikuje na uniongeze stress zako on top of stress niko nazo, I'll not be able to deal with that. That's why unapata mtu anakunywa sumu. But ukiangalia mwanaume anatoka pale nje, mwanamke wake anakuja na mcompliment vizuri, na unapata yeye si ati anampea stress, ana reduce. At the end of the day mtu atapata reasons za kwenda kunywa sumu. But if kwa every corners it is unbearable, that is why your part ya depression and stuff inaingianga, ndio inaingianga kwa sababu you women mumbwa differently. You can stomach a lot, and the moment you sit down, you cry, you put out a lot, and you can live longer. But for us, we don't have time to go and cry. We don't have time to go and deal with petty issues like mbona hii tissue uliekelea hapa, mbona hii kioo hukuweka venye inaekeleangwa, mbona ile sahani ulieka ikuwa upside down. We don't have that time to think about those things. I'm thinking about how much I'm going to put effort nipate pesa, I jenga a big mansion for you, which is going to cost a lot of money.
Watoto pia shule,
watoto fees, na I'm also dealing with investments like my company, nataka workers hawajalipwa, but there's all that, and kusort hizo issues zote. Na still bado you want us to talk about hiyo sahani kuwekelewa, sijui socks zako ulitupa sijui wapi. So unapata inabidi wife a step in na achukue hiyo part yake, and you don't ask those questions. Ukipata hiyo socks kwa umetupanishwa hapo, kula moto kivyako, and then you find a way of dealing with it.
By the way, I've noticed that actually most of the time men feel intruded. Like when I ask you what's wrong, babe, what's happening, I'm just any man, by the way, your brother, your friend, you always feel intruded. Utaichukulia like mseni kama ananijali anataka kunisaidia. You always feel intruded. It's like mtu atanisaidia, no, I'll be weak. Hii inaonyesha weakness and all that. But anyway, that's the society for all of us. So ni hivyo venye umesema, na God mbele anyway. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for those who will listen later.
A million views, million likes.
Tunapepea tu. Sawa basi. Good morning. Bye.